Good morning, everyone. It is May 6th, and I just wanted to give you an update of the worm decomposition going on in my bathroom. Now, this morning, I woke up, and this is something I've been having to do a couple of times. I don't know if you could see this, but the top, this means there's just too much water in the worm bin, and I need to drill bigger holes in the top of my worm bin, which I will do today. Because when there's too much water in the worm bin, the worms, they all kind of vanished, but they'll make their way to the top of the worm bin and try to escape because there's not enough air in there. It's just too wet. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to leave the lid off for a couple of days and let it kind of dry out. So what I wanted to do is, this is the worm bin, and as you can see, everything is pretty much decomposing right now. It's kind of really gross. They've definitely multiplied and had babies and all that cool stuff. And I've got gloves on because it's, worm poop. But I put banana peels in there. As you can see them, they don't like light. Really kind of cool. So what I'll do today is I'll kind of turn the worm bin. I haven't touched it in about 3 weeks. I've just added stuff to it, but today I'll turn it. And I already did it over here, but so on one side I pull everything away and then I add good stuff and then I cover it back. And what will happen is they'll make their way down to the good stuff. And as you can see, like, here's an old banana. They totally love bananas. This one just got a little too... The thing with bananas, if you put them in this worm composter, the worms love it, but they stink. They just smell real sweet. I haven't really had a I guess bad smell, not like poop or anything like that. It's just smelled kind of sweet in the bathroom, which, we can deal with. So what I'll do today is, and I'll do it right now, is you can see they've pretty much they've demolished the newspaper. Here's a banana, and I think this is so cool. They're inside the banana peel. Like, you open it up and they just like bury in there. They're doing their little job. So what I'll do, seems really wet. You can see how it's kind of shining. That's slime from the worms, and it's also really wet. We don't want it too wet. So what I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll get newspaper. This is just from our shredder. And I just kind of keep it in the shredder. So take a good handful of newspaper, and then I kind of scatter it on the bottom to kind of get that moisture cleaned up, soaked up. And then I put a little bit of water because the newspaper can't be too dry, but then it can't be too wet. I know it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but that's the way it goes. And then I'm going to throw in, now this is my composting bucket on the sink, and as you can see, there's some mold in there. It's been sitting there for a good week, and they actually, the more mold, the better. They like it like that. They love the moldy food. So, I've got some kale in there, of course more bananas. I gotta eat more vegetables than bananas, but whatever. And then I'm going to I've got some wet egg cartons, used egg cartons. It's against the law if you sell eggs to reuse the cartons, just in case anybody knows, because of bacteria and salmonella that you could pass on. If someone cracks their eggs and puts them back in their egg box, and then it gives them to you, and then you sell them back to somebody, and there's salmonella on those egg boxes, passes to your eggs, you could be in big trouble. So we recycle our egg cartons, and basically I just covered all that up that I just put in there, and then I just kind of put this is cool too. They kind of tunnel through. So this is how they've eaten this paper towel holder apart. I know, it's so cool. So then what I do is I just kind of cover it with cardboard here. I just cover it with cardboard on the top because today I'm going to let it dry out a little. So we just want it to be kind of covered so they can still kind of hide and it's dark for them. And that is my worm composting bin. And just so everyone knows, I'm keeping it in the bottom of my bathroom cabinet. So, all right.